everyone, and welcome back to the next installment of our 9.2 raid guides, proudly presented by Coinbase. This is Crazy Puck from Team Liquid, and today we'll show you how to kill the first boss in the mythic sepulcher of the first ones, Vigilant
Sepulcher?
Guardian.
Hold on, sepulcher? I might exit this. I don't like how he just said that. Sepulcher. He's never heard of a sepulcher before?
Video is being recorded live from Team Liquid's Race to World First event, so apologies if there's a little bit of background noise. As a reminder, all of our mythic guides are written with the assumption you understand how the fight works on heroic. As such, this video is focused on the mythic changes in strategy, and we won't be reviewing how heroic mechanics work. If you need
some people have different accents, Sam, I guess.
Check out the heroic guide video on our
Although,
channel.
like, just regular talking, this guy sounds like he's American. Or Canadian or something, so I still don't appreciate sepulcher.
Vigilant Guardian Mythic is a much different
you don't want to hear an Aussie
say
it?
enjoyable encounter than its heroic counterpart.
We all don't speak
At the very
perfect
beginning
English.
of the fight, the Vigilant Guardian himself will roll out of the wall, and you'll be doing the entire ads and defense matrix stage while also fighting the boss.
Okay.
This creates a much more dynamic feel to the encounter and helps keep it from being boring. It also means that your raid will need to deal with all of Heroic's Stage 2 mechanics for the entirety of the Mythic Stage 1 as well. On top of this, there's also a couple of other new mechanics.
Confused. I thought she wasn't coming today. Oh, Confused is here now.
Most prevalent are the Spikes of Creation, which are little bombs that get left on the ground following refracted blast. Each blast leaves behind 4 bombs. When a bomb is triggered, it'll explode, applying a mild dot to the entire raid for 6 seconds, stacking. These bombs are
so we gotta get these bombs off and
triggered either
not
when
all
a
at
player
once.
runs into them, or if they are hit by a D-resolution or split resolution from the boss. If all 4 get broken and you get a 4 stack of the debuff, especially if you chain it together and refresh the duration, this can get really bad for the raid.
Okay.
We recommend popping 2 of the bombs immediately when they come out, waiting for the dot to fall, and then popping the other 2. These will occur throughout the entire fight until the boss reaches...
Pop 2 bombs and then pop the other 2. Got it, guys? Let the debuff fall off and then pop the other 2.
15%, so you'll be dealing with these basically the entire time. The boss will also do constant ticking.
I can only stay for like 2 hours though. So if you get another heals, I can go. Okay.
Every 3 seconds for the duration of the encounter until reaching that 15% mark. Aside from that, there's also a couple of other things to worry about. After the boss casts Exposed Core, he'll start casting Overclock, increasing his damage by 10% per stack. He'll also overheat and basically use all of his abilities at once, which gets pretty dicey. That's basically the hardest part of the fight, so be ready, spread out as a group, and dodge all of the things. Then he'll cast Overclock several more times, which can get also really dangerous for everyone.
Hold on.
Aside from that, there's also a couple of other things to worry about. After the boss casts, this can get really bad for the raid.
Okay, do the bombs. That's it.
These will occur throughout the entire...
Okay.
So
sorry, I was just making sure that was the only mechanic he just talked about.
Ticking damage to the raid called Radioactive Core every 3 seconds for the duration of the encounter until reaching that 15% mark. Aside from that, there's also a couple of other things to worry about. After the boss casts Exposed Core, he'll start casting Overclock, increasing his damage by 10% per stack. He'll also overheat and basically use all of his abilities at once, which gets pretty dicey. That's basically the hardest part of the fight, so be ready, spread out as a group, and dodge all of the things. Then he'll
dodge
cast
all the
Overclock
stuff
several more times, which can get also really dangerous for everyone. At 5 stacks of Overclock, he's doing 50% increased damage, not just to the tanks, but also to the raid by increasing damage of his radioactive core ticks.
Oh my
God.
god.
It's really easy to lose people here, so use a healer cooldown if necessary, and make sure you aren't getting hit by anything unnecessary. The only way to remove stacks of Overclock, and to stop him from casting more of them, is to detonate an unstable core from a defense matrix. So, as soon as the Exposed Core cast ends, all DPS should hard swap to the active defense.
As soon as the Exposed Core shit ends, you gotta go to the defense matrix.
Blow it up as quickly as possible, and then someone will need to pick up the unstable core and pop it on the boss. Aside from that, just like on Heroic, you're going to want the entire raid starting on one side of the room. We start on the right hand side, but left works just as well. Kill all of the ads as they come out. Dodge everything. refracted blasts, de-resolution, and split resolution. Players targeted by matter dissolution need to get out of the raid and keep the orbs away from everyone. The lines from that tank smack, the split resolution, are super dangerous for melee, so watch timers to know exactly when it's coming out, and watch your feet. Don't get hit by it. Following a fracted blast,
This seems
pop
really
2 guns
hard.
immediately,
Not gonna
and
lie.
then the other 2 in the debuffs fall off. Make sure to stack in the shield when exposed core is cast. As soon as the cast ends, spread out and get ready to dodge all of the things coming.
MythicTrap.com, Sepulcher of the first ones. What? Oh, this is like all the fight overview. Okay.
Then hard swap, blow up the defense matrix, blast it down, and use that unstable core as quickly as possible. Immediately, and then the other 2 in the debuffs fall off. Make sure to stack in the shield when exposed core is cast. As soon as the cast ends, spread out and get ready to dodge all of the things coming out at you.
Yes.
Then hard swap, blow up the defense matrix, blast it down, and use that unstable core as quickly as possible. You'll do this.
So right after we use the defense matrix shield, you got to blow them up and then throw the core at the boss, right? That's what I'm getting.
Twice, as the boss only casts exposed core 2 times on Mythic. Each unstable core that you use will deal 15% of the boss's health, so you'll actually need to chew through the majority of the boss's health yourself. To help with this, you'll want most of your raid main targeting the boss and cleaving down onto the adds. After the second exposed core ends, the rest of the adds will keep spawning, so keep cleaving them down and keep dodging things. Once you've taken out all of the adds, they do stop spawning, and then you'll only be fighting the boss by itself. So, you just keep dodging all the things, keep everybody alive. At 15% health, the boss casts Core Overload. You'll want to pop Lust here and just nuke down the boss.
Okay.
Roll healer cooldowns to keep the raid
Save
stable
Lust for
and kill
Overload.
him before the AoE kills off your raid. And that's it. Congrats on killing the first Mythic boss. Let's move on deeper into the raid.
Okay. So does that make sense to everyone? This seems way more complicated than I expected. I did not think that there was going to be this many different mechanics at all. But hey, we can do it. I believe in Pug Raid Central.